avenues and use them as well, which I think is always good if you can expand what you do well. And Star Trek does give moral stories well. Now they'll have another avenue to use to do such a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Please join us on our Facebook page, UFP Earth. We would love to hear what you think of today's episode. So, Amy, where can people find you when you're not battling a giant snake in the darkness?
Well, I hope to overcome my fears soon. And when I do, you can find me here on UFP Earth on our Facebook page. You can also find me on Trek FM, where I'm hosting Earl Grey, which is about the next generation. You can also find me on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson. So, Patrick, where can people find you when you're not telling fairy tales to Bevy?
Well, very few times of the day I'm not doing such a thing. But when I'm not, you can find me on Twitch or Twitter under Magic Drop 5. There's no spaces, and the 5 is a digit instead of written out in words. You can also find me on this very network with my good friend Tribs, which is Chris Tribuzio, where we host Mickey's Marvels, where we cover everything Mickey, including even we're going to have a special episode on my trip soon, where my wife will come on and we'll give a whole rundown of how that went. Oh, boy.
Kathy's going to come on?
She's going to come on, yes.
Look at that.
She told me she never wanted to be on. I set up a time to record with Chris, and then she yelled at me in the middle of me starting to record because she wanted to do it too.
Nice.
So she'll be on to talk about our trip that we just had for Christmas and all the shenanigans that went on with that. It was a much better trip for everyone but me. I had the worst time, but whatever. We'll get into that. And what else will I be doing? And you can find me on the UFP Earth Facebook page, where if you comment on any of these episodes, I will gladly talk to you back. Other than that, that's about all the places you can find me. One thing I didn't mention while we were talking about this episode, I loved the visual of the very last scene of her shooting the arrow and the arrow closing out the scene.
Why am I not remembering?
At the very end,
when
she's a queen,
arrow?
she jumps up.
Oh, yeah.
You see her reel back. You see the viper like coil back, open its mouth. She shoots, but you get a head-on look at her shooting directly at the camera, and that's what ends the episode. I thought that was awesome.
Oh.
So, but that's that.
Okay. Yeah. That's hashtag still listening.
Yes.
Well, please go to iTunes and leave us a star rating and written review. That will help others to find our very brand new podcast. And let us know what you want more of or less of. We'd be happy to take your comments.
At this time, we'd like to thank our executive producers who make this all possible. They are Brandon-Shea, Ken Tripp, Zach Moore, and Tony Robinson.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you'll join us as we search out all good things.
This has been a production of MTMR Media Works.